This is it. Okay, this is it. Uh, I did a video. Of my drawing. Oops, I gotta get rid of that. My name. Done. Okay. I'm Elizabeth Scrappin' Lizzie Brewer, 2020. It's the new me. Actually, it's the old me, because I have been trying a lot of things of try to improve myself. And I decided that trying to improve myself is, at 70 years of age, I'm wasting my time. Okay, so I'm not improving myself. I'm just gonna go back to my old self and be that way. So if you're new here, please stay. We love you, but please stay. But just don't expect much. Okay, first of all, on my group, the Scrappin' Lizzie Unicorns Facebook group, I put a challenge for December. The challenge for December was to produce any way you wished, a mushroom, so that I could use the mushroom making my mushroom journal. So I began my journal. See, here was a mushroom. This is a junk journal that I already had made up, but I'm using those images that come from images you all posted for me, and that is what's going in my journal. All through my journal, I have got mushrooms. I don't have them all yet. There's still a few more that I have to make copies of, because I save the image and then I make copies for my journal. And this is my jumble. I make my journals are all a big fat mess. At any rate, I mean, if I never put anything in them, but I have. This is my mushroom journal. But anyway, so you all are working on that, because I still have more that I haven't printed that I got to get put in my book. And then I'm going to decorate the front too. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to decorate it yet, but I'm going to decorate it. All right. Now, and so then I said what I was going to do was to put everybody's name on a ticket. Now listen to these names. If you put a picture up and I don't have your name on here, you leave me a message right away, because these are the names that I have: Sonia Trejo, Kathy's Garden LLC, Jan Glines, Kathy Lake, Robbie Zima, Michelle Messier, Lisa Coates Blight, Trina Willoughby, Gail AC, which she didn't want me to put her name in there, but I put it in there anyway. Erin Morrison, because I'm sassy like that. Erin Morrison, Emily Welda. Thank you all for these. Lori Neltner, Susan Eaton, Tracy Turner, Shalma Pierce, Gina Tautau, Shannon Crow, Colleen Rolette Gravis, Cheryl Johnson, Sherry Van, and Elaine Bergman Burns. Now I'm going to save all these tickets because they're going in this journal too. They're going in my journal. Now, if you put a picture up and I did not just call off your name, that means I missed it. And so you let me know. And let me like put a little link to your post, or however you can do it, and then I'll make sure that something is going to be sent to you. Okay, now if you looked at oh, never mind, wait a minute. First of all, the winner, who is Elaine Bergman Burns, is going to receive this Crazy Alice cigar box. I just love this Crazy Alice cigar box. It's a little bit, you know, kind of messed up. It's kind of chipped up and stuff, but that's what happens. And what I do, and what each month that I put up a challenge, the winner is going to be a cigar box, and you never know what it's going to be. It might be just some Florida weather, which is nothing, air, you know. and you breathe it, and you'll know you're breathing Florida air. So you never know. But in here, we've got in here, because what I do is I just dig around and I find something. So here is a Santoro Girl rubber stamp. In here is some beads. This is kind of neat, but I had bought a pair of breeches, and this was on the front of the breeches, which is just, it's got 2 lobster clasps on either end, but I didn't like that on my breeches, so I took it off, and that's in here, see? So, real diamonds and everything. I like. And then here's some little cards you can use in your journaling, little journal cards or whatever are here. There's just an empty money envelope. There's no money in it. God, I ought to put a nickel in there so it's not empty. And then there is a little piece of like a doily. That's in there. That's very nice. Little doily. That's in there. So it's just, oh, and then this is just a flat back bow. I have no nails to pick stuff up. Little plastic flat back bow. And then this is metal, and I think it's metal. But it's a leaf, little kind of like a gold leaf. So that's what's in there. And then, let's see, and throw that stuff back in there. Throw it back in there. That just barely did fit in there. And then she fits, how did I get that in there? Okay, and she fits in there like this. There we go. And then it's got a little clasp on the front here. It's got the hinges on the back here. You know what I think I better not, this better go on the outside. Or maybe this better go on the outside. Yeah, that's better. Because I don't want to put stress, because it already looks like maybe this hinge is coming a little bit loose. You might have to take a little hammer and whack, 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 whack. Well, maybe I'll use this hammer. Well, it's not a hammer, it's scissors. But anyway, so, and then along, this wouldn't fit in there, but this is just a little, really a mess of a journal that I made. This is, I mean, have you ever seen anything so goofy in all your life? All it is a ragtag journal, because it's just piece of journal. Oh, I can't even talk. But yeah, it's just like there's a ragtag, and see, and it's just a little journal that I kind of just threw together. You know, it's nothing fancy, nothing schmancy, but I put it in there. I put it in there too, just so you could have that too. But yeah, it's just, you'll see it's stitched and snitched and whatever. And then there's this beautiful piece of patchwork ribbon that it's tied shut with. That will be in there. So I think that'll all fit in a medium box, medium priority box. And then I can send that on. If it's all going in a medium priority box, the way I do things, I throw other stuff in there just to stuff the box. And then that's kind of cleaning up my litter in my area. Delittering. Okay, so anyhow. Now, what I want to tell you about congratulations, Elaine Bergman Burns, that's yours. I mean, congratulations if you like it. If you don't like it, then, well, you can pass it on. Okay, now, the next thing I want to tell you, I got things just to tell you. I've started my, positive is my word for the year. This is my positive journal. Positive thoughts only are going to be going in here. Power thoughts, I put that in there too. But when I come up with positive thoughts, they're going to go in my journal. Now, let me see. Today I saw a positive quote on Facebook. A lot of times you see them, and here it said, sometimes letting things go is an act of far greater power than defending or hanging on. And that was written by Eckhart Tolle. And I just love that, especially things like in my family right now, my life. And, you know, I think every family has their ups and their downs and their ins and their outs and their, yeah, that. Well, this is perfect. I wrote that in there. So, yep, I am working on my book. That's my journal that I got this journal from, Joy made it for me. It's beautiful. And then during the retreat, when Joy gave it to me, I also got this piece of jewelry. And I took the jewelry and I stitched it. It's stitched on to the spine, and it just goes so beautiful. So that will sit right there on my desk every day of the year, and I will always, I'm going to continue to add positive things into my word of the year journal. Okay, now that's that journal. Okay, now I'm going to tell you. Now I showed a video, I think yesterday or the day before, where I got this mail from Australia. From a dear friend in Australia. Her name is Vicky DeProse. She sent this to me. And she asked me if I would, let me see, let me get the card, because I don't never remember words all exactly. It's a Christmas card. Santa Claus is in there. And she says, I hope you enjoy this little parcel of goodies put together by me on behalf of the Intuitive Healing Art Creations group. It will be good if you could send or post some pictures of what you make on our page to share with our members. And that is exactly what I am going to do. And that was from the Intuitive Healing Art Creations group. It's a very small group, but I'm telling you, the inspiration you get from there, not just for art, but the inspiration for life that you get from these people on this group. So what I have done, now she sent me a whole bunch of things, but I went through, there was a magazine in there. It was actually there was a magazine in there that was written for, oh God, QPAC. Let me see, wait a minute, here, let me get this. It's QPAC in Queensland, QPAC Tunnel, and it's Queensland Performing Arts Centre Unearthed. This is a little flyer. This wasn't in the magazine. This was separate. So this is going to go in my journal like this. But in the magazine, I cut it apart first. I cut it apart because this is where I'm going to get my pages. And I cut the pages apart in that magazine to 8 by 8. That's going to be my journal. So I'm just going to kind of flip through these pages a little bit right now to show which ones. Now these short ones, when you see a short one like this, it's going to be a pocket. I don't have anything put together yet. But I am loving some of these images. Now some of the page, this I thought was so cool because it's got the whole agenda of the whole year of the store, of the things that were being shown through that year. I think the whole thing's here. Yeah, who knows? August, September, October. Well, some of them are here. Maybe they're not here. But anyway, so see how they're shorter pages? That's okay. They're going to go in there even if they don't flip out exactly the same. And look at this image here. Isn't that? I love that image right there. And here is dating in the Windy City. I guess Queensland might be the Windy City over there. We have Chicago here. They call the Windy City. And so maybe, and here's some people you might want to date. I don't know. And see, but there's art. There's, oh, and then she had a page of tea-dyed paper. That's going to go in my journal. And, but these pages, now see if it's a page of a lot of print, I'm going to be using this one mostly to add things to. So like this is going to go in here, and maybe I will actually put that as a flip out in there, something like that. Look at that. I love it, love it. Tattoos on him and his boots. Yes, and such neat stuff. Oh, this was separate too. This was not in the magazine, but it was in the book, in the package. Because you don't live near a bakery doesn't mean you need to go without cheesecake. Isn't that cool? Look, Jane Austen. Mapping the human heart. Look at, there are just some of these messages in here and the images in here. And this is good. Look at there. Look. I crave your mouth, your voice, your hair. Silent and starving, I prowl through the streets. Bread does not nourish me. Dawn disrupts me. All day I hunt for the liquid measure of your steps. Look at this. Look at this guy here. You see, that guy looks more Jamaican or something there. But then I've never been. Look at this. Look at that image. Is that amazing or what? I love this. Love on fire, I call this. And then this is love broken or confused. That's what I call it. It may be something else I didn't read. But, yeah. Proud to call Queensland home. And so, yep. And here there is some, look at this. I love this. Look at this. He's got ballet shoes on, ballet slippers. So this is actually a dance. Experience it. And there's a little, what's her name? I can't think of her name right now. Dresses. But so beautiful. So, oh, see that? The dresses. Where did them go? Okay, this page will have to go with this page. And go like this way. And look at that one. Oh, look at this one. Look at that. That will be a page. The power of 3. And look at this. This here, I thought, oh, how fun to add. Like add maybe a cup of coffee or an alarm clock or something to this image. There was a pretty car. I love the car. Oh, look at this lady. I love her. I love her. Love her. Love her. I love the look of an aged person. Love it. And look how beautiful she is. Look how beautiful she is. And this here, I believe, is an image from, actually, this is New York, and it's from up on 7 Stories. But I thought, oh my God, how spooky is that? And then look at them lips eating that chocolate. Okay, and there's that, and there's that, and there's this. I love this image here, and there I had one on the front too. Okay, so what is going to happen with this? Let me make this quick because I want to also post this up on their group, on that group. Well, it's my group too, but I have not been going there as often as I should. And because I have so many groups and so much going on, I'm going to, 2020 is definitely not just a new year, it's a new decade. And it's not a new me either. It is me. I am going to be me because I have been thinking so much about changing me. And as I've been trying to think about changing me, I realize I can't change me. I am me, and I'm going to be me. Okay, so then in the book also, let's see, I have this piece of fabric in here. I'm not sure if I'm doing that fabric. If it's going to go in the journal, if it'll go somewhere else. A lot of napkins. But okay, so this is going to end up being spiral bound, cinch bound. I'll use my cinch. When I get the pages to where the pages are going to be, I'm going to cinch bind this part, which this is the inside of the journal. This will be the inside. Okay, then you know what I save? I save game boards. So when I go thrift shopping or not, I buy games. Like this game was, let's see, what is this game? Well, this was a charade game. But see how there's 4 squares of very heavy weight. This makes the best book covers ever. And then this one is, let's see what game this is. Word Quest. But I buy these games because usually they're $1 for the games. And usually they're like $1 for the game. And so I buy the game, and and I buy games that have cards, game pieces, the board, especially cards. Good night noise. I have bought a lot of game pieces with cards, which I made a collection of my cards, which on my Saturday special number 2 is where I offer a set of cards, 100 there's at least 100 cards that I offer for sale for $10. Now, if it goes abroad, it'll cost a little bit more because I don't know how much the shipping would be to send it abroad. But for local In the United States, it's $10, which that includes the shipping. Okay, but what I do now with this, I'll take two. Now this is, okay, these are the 8x8 pages. The book is bigger than that. It's like, maybe it's even a 10x10. I don't have a measure on this. But so that I'm going to take two parts of this board, and that's what's going to be the cover. But what I'm going to do is I will cut it apart, and I will put a round, I will put it back together with a round spine. The spine will be round. I may make it using a piece. I've got some scraps of Hi Sweet Cheeks. I'm almost done with this.
Okay, I'm gonna give you two.
Oh, okay.
This is the smallest I could find. I'll cut a smaller.
Okay, thank
But
you.
just check them out, okay?
All right, I want. Thank you, Tommy Sue.
You're welcome.
Okay,
A little bit's gonna hang with you while I run your hair.
all right. I'm the dog sitter. I love it. Now, what I'll do is I'll take these apart, so I'll have two of these. I will keep them at this size. So I'll take it open, and I will use like a piece of, oh, what is that? It's like a fabric paper that I'm going to use, and I can't think of the name of it right now. But see how the pages will be inside here. These two pieces of this board will be apart, and they will close. They will have a round binding. Craft text. That's what I'm going to use for this binding. And I really love this. I don't know if I will use that on the front or not, but I really, really love that. This was the front of the book, the CPAC story for the creative and curious. But I love this. I think that might go on the front. Okay, so, but then also, and this is the weirdest thing. The weirdest thing, you know what? I really think that somebody's got bugs on you, that they can see what you're doing. Do you know, this morning I got 2 emails. Never have I gotten emails about nail fungus. But here on this fingernail, because I had them fake nails on there, it caused me a nail fungus. So now I'm not going to get fake nails on there for a while. I'm going to let all that grow out and get rid of that. But how did the world know I had nail fungus? That's why I think somebody is really watching. Okay, but anyhow, then I used to get these all the time in the mail. These are Viking exploring, because I've been on a cruise. So once I went on a cruise, well, then all these cruise places send me stuff, which is cool because it's stuff that I can use. But flipping through there, here it says Australia and New Zealand. And when I was talking yesterday, or whenever I put up that video, I said I want to make this journal that I'm working on out of the stuff from Australia it's going to be named something like Down Unda and surrounding areas, because I knew New Zealand, and I have like dyes in New Zealand, and I've got some things from New Zealand I can put in there. I got things and I want kangaroos. If you all see any images of kangaroos, in a magazine, cut them out and send them to me. If you see images, or take a picture, you don't have to send them to me. Take a picture and post them up on the Scrap and Lizzie group, just because I want pictures of kangaroos. So if you find an awesome picture of kangaroo, comics of kangaroos, anything, and kiwi birds. The kiwi birds are for New Zealand, and the kangaroos for Australia. And so, but this here, it's got a picture right here of Sydney. The what do you call that in Sydney? The that thing right there. That thing. And there is a little map, and here is just, this is going to go in my book. I thought this is so neat that this came in the mail today. And I have not, look at that ship. God, I loved it when I went on that one cruise. It was amazing. That it can look like this inside a cruise ship. Are you kidding? Look at that map. Oh, map view. But anyhow, so that's going to go in my, that's going to go in my journal. So ladies on the Intuitive Healing group, that is the beginning of what I'm going to do in this. Oh, somehow also this, I'm going to cut this, even though it's been banged around through the mailing system. It's going to get cut too, and it's going in there. And look at these stamps. Look at these stamps. A lot of times they don't actually put stick-on stamps. Oh, I'm going to get them off easily too. These stamps are also going to go into my journal. Look at them. These are all stamps from the Australia Post. And there's the what do you call this? The declaration paper. It's going to be there, and that's going in. I bet it's going to be. So I'm excited about the journals that I've got going right now. My mushroom journal, my word of the year with it. My word is positive, and then my Down Under journal. Down Unda. It's going to be Down Unda. UNDA, Unda. That's going to be my journal, and that's going to go. So now I want to update you also on my group, which is Scrap and Lazy Unicorns on Facebook. And we just finished our December challenge, which was to come up with a mushroom, and I am impressed with the mushrooms that came. I'm telling you, they're beautiful. My journal is going to be so neat, and I've also printed out information about mushrooms because I also do my research and I want to learn more about mushrooms. So I printed out a lot of information about mushrooms, and that's going to go in my book too. So it'll actually be like a learning thing, learning art. Okay, now I want to tell you about January's challenge. Now, as I look at my calendar, I look for the fancy dates, and well, there's not a whole bunch. But you know what I saw? I saw the Chinese New Year. And I said, wow, that would be fun if we all do something, because that would challenge us to do something Chinese, some kind of a Chinese anything. And if you, these red spots, those are all the nights I have Jeffrey. Those are my red spots. I'll have him tomorrow night. But anyway, unless he goes to his dad's. But anyway, so the challenge this month is to come up with something Chinese. Now, if you put just put Google it or go onto Pinterest, just put in Chinese art or Chinese crafts, art from China, crafts from China, anything like that, and it will flood you with ideas to get your brain cranked, because to do something in celebration of the Chinese New Year. I know we always do things for Christmas or Valentine's Day, all that stuff, but I want to do a few little different things this year. And so for January, we're going to do the Chinese New Year, and I do hope everybody, and just post it up on if you're not already in the Scrap and Lizzie Unicorn group on Facebook, please join us, because when you look through those posts, you not only get images of artwork, you get people will forward awesome groups that teach awesome things that we like to do, and prayer requests are there. We don't ever put them away. That's part of our group. That is what we do. We encourage one another in any way we can. We are like a sister brotherhood in that group. And so we support one another. We listen to one another, and the group is, and we just call it Scrap and Lizzie Unicorns. It's not, we do mostly mixed media things. We do a lot of junk journaling things, or embellishments for junk journals, and just ideas of how to do different things, especially things that are recycled or reused and that kind of thing. And so I hope if you're not already in that group that you will join the Scrap and Lizzie Unicorn group. And I look forward to see what everybody comes up with. And when I looked, I seen a lot of red. So there must be a lot of red in the Chinese New Year. So you're going to be doing red things, I bet you. But just go look through. Just go look through. And now if you see a page that's got some really neat ideas, just go ahead and even link the page to the group so that you help other people find. Because some of us, like me, I have a hard time finding my way around the World Wide Web. I lose my way. My GPS is all broken. Okay, every one of my videos, I always try to end with some encouraging, positive thoughts. And this book I read a lot out of. I love this book. It's Heart Thoughts, A Treasury of Inner Wisdom, and it's written by Louise Hay. And let me see, I think, okay, and usually what I do is I just open the book and whatever it opens to. And sometimes I wind up reading the same thing more than once. But it's amazing how sometimes I just open the book and the book opens to something I really need to hear on that day. And so this is what I need to hear today, apparently, because I just opened this. I always get a bookmarker. Okay, this one here, it's called Harmony. Harmony? Harmony, yes. Okay. Everything in your life, every experience, every relationship is a mirror of the mental patterns that's going on inside of you. When these patterns change for the better, you create harmony within. I am a harmonious being. I affirm the following. I am at the heart of the divine mind, perfect, whole, and complete. All my affairs are divinely guided into the right action with perfect results. Everything I do, say, or think is in harmony with truth. There is perfect and continuous right action in my life and in my affairs. It is safe for me to change. I release all thoughts or vibrations of confusion, chaos, disharmony, disrespect, or distrust. These thoughts are eliminated from my my consciousness completely, sorry. I am harmoniously linked with everyone I am in contact with. People love working with me. I express my thoughts, my feelings, my ideas, and they are easily welcomed and comprehended by others. I am a loving, joyful person, and everyone loves me. I am safe. I am welcomed with joy wherever I am, as well as in my world. And life gets better all the time. Now, I have met people that would not say this, would not agree with this. The person I know mostly that used to be one that would not say that, was me. I'm different now. Because I was always, I was a backseat Baptist. I didn't get in the front. I don't want anybody to look at me because I didn't think I was worth looking at. That's how bad it was. But I have changed that thought. I have absorbed the idea that I am worth something. I am worth as much as I am. And so, yes, I am well in my world, and life gets better all the time. And I'm going to leave you with this, and I want to ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you again for this beautiful package, Vicki, from Australia. This is definitely going to be used. I'm going to keep this collection in here and use it and I'll let you know as I use it, because there's going to be other things made. Because here I got a book. I got a book about the Little Mermaid. Oh, yay. And that's going to become a journal, too. So, yeah, and that'll be fun. That will be fun. Because I think mermaids need unicorns. And so that's what that'll be. Okay, God bless you all. And as soon as I find my mouse, I'm going to shut this thing down and post it up. Okay, and here we go. Love you all, and God bless.